What's up, everybody? My name's Trey. This is Denzel. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast of the channel. And we got a good one for you because Denzel's favorite team is in the playoffs and playing the Celtics in round one. If you don't know who that is, we'll be talking about specifically in this episode of the pod, Magic versus the Celtics, round one of the NBA playoffs. But if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, be notified every time we post a video, and leave a comment in the comment section down below of who you have winning this series in the Celtics or the Magic, and how many games are they going to win? Is it going to be sweep, 7 games? Is it going to be a close sweep? Is it going to be getting blown out in 6? Come on, just give us some interaction. But Denzel, go ahead and take it away with your favorite team, my boy.
Big breath. All right. So, first of all, turnover differential, 6. 9 on the Celtics, 15 on the Magic. Not shocking there. Why? Because the Magic tend to run their offense through their forwards and not their guards. Mind you, they drafted Anthony Black, who's supposed to be one of the key guards. He only gets 14 minutes. Cole Anthony, another guy that's been around a long time, is another guard, only gets 10 minutes. What are we doing with the minute structure here? It just doesn't make sense. De Silva, high draft pick, only played. Yeah. All right. For starters, why are we trying to outshoot the Celtics? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. That's not y'all game. Slow the game down. And even when the game was slowed down, it still wasn't looking really good. Like the second quarter was the best quarter by far. And it wasn't because the defense of the Magic was so great. It was just like the Celtics were just shooting and taking dumb shots. It was crazy. Paolo, you already know. P5 is going to do what P5 is going to do. He's going to get you 25 plus every single night. Cool. Franz, stop shooting. Just stop shooting. The jumper don't look the same as it did before. I don't know what changed, what happened, injuries, what have you. Stop shooting, though. Get to the rim, take closer shots. When he took closer shots, that's when he started to score. Them threes and deep twos and step backs, and it didn't work. And he was one of the key culprits of the turnovers. Again, when you have two forwards that are not big guards, they've always been just forwards. Turnovers, baby. That's what's going to happen. Wendell Carter Jr. things. Never expected much from him. Not sure why he got re-signed. Caldwell Pope. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's heating up. He's a hot plate. He's not a stove. That means he's not going to be able to cook you up a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? He give you a few threes and that's it. Defensively is cool, but Celtics is not enough. Jonathan Isaac, another guy. I don't know why he's still on the team. Respectfully.
Whoa, I love Jonathan Isaac. Maybe it's just the potential.
Listen, that's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, man, he's like a 7-footer with an 18-foot wingspan. How can you not love him? Blah, blah, blah. And then you watch him play, and it's like, he has no motor.
I see why.
He has no offensive game in his body at all. Just catch and shoot three, that's it. And at 7 feet tall, you're not giving me anything towards the rim that makes me want to keep you out there. Same with defensively. Again, cool, you're long. Are you going to use that length to stop anybody, to deter anybody? Not really, because I don't have a motor. Oh, man. Goga is the best big on the team. Again, same with De Silva. You have these guys, but you're only playing in 1 minute. Oh, my goodness. Doesn't make sense. Anthony Black, a guard. Let's play him more, right? Nope. Okay, cool. Caleb Houston, Jet Howard. I don't know, bro. The Magic, everybody was hyped about the Magic making it, but it's only making the Magic look worse than what they really are. Like, it would have been best if the Magic didn't make it so they could really work on some things and try to revamp this summer and move some pieces around. But now it's going to be like, man, why do I want to go to the Magic right now if I'm a free agent? Why do I want to go to a Magic right now if I'm an upcoming free agent? I know P5 is good, but outside of that, everybody else is like, Like, it's going to take an older star coming into the team to maybe bring some other pieces in too. But that's if anybody wants to play with P5. Nobody wants to play with P5, and that's no knock on him. And then it's just going to be what it's going to be. But, man, the Celtics, had the worst game I've seen them have, and their fans probably seen them have in a long time, and still blew out the Magic. That should tell you this is a sweep. No matter if it's a tough sweep, an easy sweep, it's going to be a sweep. As we said before, Payton Pritchard coming off the bench, bucket getter, shot diet. Before we talked about, you got two guys shooting 40 out of the 80 shots on the Magic, whereas on the Celtics you have 22, 8, 18, 14, 8. A lot better diet, shooting at a lot higher clip. Percentages from three, we already know the Celtics is the best three-point shooting team ever. Do not try to outshoot somebody that is known for shooting, right? Try to make it tougher on them in other ways, but it's just tough, man. You got Jason Tatum, MVP candidate, again, and he didn't even have his best game, and he still looked amazing. Why? Because he's able to do so many different things and change the way the game's played so many different ways on the offensive end. Jaylen Brown, oh my gosh, beast as well too, and he didn't even get to really go off like we know he can. So it's just like, dude, the Celtics got it, man. Nothing you can do really to stop them. You can just try to make it competitive and then try to salvage your year for next season at this point if you're the Magic. That's what all I got to say on that. What do you got, Trey?
This is one of the weirder games so far in this playoffs because like the Celtics didn't play well at all. Watching the game, looking at the box scores, like they just didn't play well. And if you're the Magic like organization, if you look at these box scores, you're like, this is exactly what we wanted. Jason Tatum, 17 points. Porzingis, 5. Drew Holiday, 9. Derrick White had 30. And then Jaylen Brown had 16. Like, sure, Derrick White kind of sticks out to you, but you're saying, hey, we held their stars to below what they normally do, so we should be able to get a win from this. But my biggest critique on Orlando is, and you said earlier, Paolo and Franz are not big guards. These are legit forwards. Like, they do not operate the offense for anybody else but themselves in getting buckets. Sure, Franz every now and then has a couple assists, like he had 5 the other night, but they don't have anybody that they can give the ball to and really initiate the offense for other players. So I think a point guard this offseason, and one that sticks out specifically for me, hot take of the day, Trae Young to Orlando, is going to be exactly what they need. Because running everything to these two forwards who are looking to only attack the basket and score points, I think does everybody else on their roster kind of a disservice. Because sure, if you're telling me Condavious Pope is your major signing and he only gets up 5 shots, that's not going to win you games. So I think this offseason for the Magic specifically, it's going to be finding a point guard that will get you some assists that can kind of galvanize that offense and make life so much easier on Paolo and Franz. And on the Boston side, it's just Boston being Boston. Like, this is just, hey, our roster is better than yours, and at any game, any point in time, somebody on our team is going to go off. We don't know who it's going to be. It could be Tatum. It could be Porzingis. It could be White. It could be Pritchard off the bench. But regardless, it's going to be one of our players. We just don't know who it's going to be. So the Boston's just better. They have more depth, and they play together longer. So, yeah, Boston got this easy sweep. But let's see if we can see anything else come out of Orlando's side. Because Paolo gave you 36. Like, I don't know if he can do much more for this offense. So unless somebody else can kind of assert themselves, which I thought it was going to be Cole Anthony. He had a really good play-in against the Hawks where I thought he was kind of going to assert himself as like one of the main guards on this team. And he only got 10 minutes. So I don't know what happened in that performance of him basically busting Trae, hit a whole bunch of threes to now not playing and not putting up shots. So if we can get just some light when it comes to Orlando, I'll be really happy for this series because anybody that was going up against the Celtics, I thought was getting swept anyway. But since you are the Magic fan, what else do you need to see from them? Or are you saying the series, you're not going to see anything important?
Oh, no, I'm saying the series is gone. There's nothing they could do. Again, it's the Celtics, man. Any other matchup, maybe, but the Celtics got too much. You know, again, the guard play is just too much. You got Tatum, who's a big guard. You got Drew Holiday, one of the best defensive guards. You got Payton Pritchard, one of the best off-the-bench guards. You got Jaylen Brown, one of the lead guards. You got Derrick White, another two-way guard. Like, the guard play is just too much. And then when you get to the forwards, Al Horford looked like the youngest big out there on the entire court for both teams, bro. And he's like 48 years old. Like, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
So would you would rather have them lose their first game of the play-in and win the second to go play the Cavs?
Yeah, I think that.
You think that would have been like a more interesting series?
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure.
So I think, which is going to sound weird, but I think because obviously the play-ins are like here to stay. As some people hate them, some people love them. I think the seeding when it comes to play-in specifically are going to start to be manipulated when it comes to like who your actual matchups are. Like, just getting into the playoffs is not going to be good enough. If, the Celtics are hurt next year, maybe they fall down to a different seeding. I think you might see some teams kind of, I wouldn't say throw games, but kind of play their bench units more because they just don't want to play them in the first round of the playoffs. Because, Orlando, cool, you got into the playoffs, you're exciting, but playing the Cavs would have just got you that much more positive light going into next series if you can just get a couple games, which I just don't think they're getting from the Celtics, to be honest with you.
They're not. Simple as that. There's no reason to beat a drum here. They're just not going to win one game. I don't see it.
And what do you think of Trey? So Trey to Orlando, how you feeling?
I like it. I think he's one of the available point guards. The Hawks have tried everything they can with Trae Young. I think the Magic is trying everything they can too, so why not, make a deal where both teams could benefit from this. Whether it be picks, whether it be players, let's do it. Imagine need a PG.
Would you give up Franz for Trey?
Nobody is off the table except for P5.
Except for Paolo.
Anybody else can go. Okay. And that's not a knock on anybody else, but we just clearly see like this is a franchise player. So yeah. Let's build around the franchise player.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. So, like I said, leave a comment in the comment section. Who do you want coming to Orlando? Because as you've just heard, I think they need somebody that can initiate the offense and help other players. Trae Young, LaMelo. I got a couple others up here that we'll go over in a future video. But leave a comment in the comment section down below who you think the Magic need to add to their roster to really make them contenders, because it's going to be a clean sweep, non-competitive sweep. It's not looking good for Orlando in this round, but it is the Boston Celtics. So, no true disrespect to Orlando. They did make it. They, in the play-in, played well, made to the playoffs, but it's the Celtics, man. It's just not much they can do. But if you are new to the podcast, you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time we post a video. Like I said, leave a comment in the comment section down below of who the Magic need to add to their roster to be true contenders next year. Just like that. We'll see you in the next one.